Alright, rifle build. This should hopefully be a quick video and kind of a prequel to a few videos I'm going to do soon, which will be showing how I'm going to go about kind of doing my own camouflage paint job on not the whole rifle but select parts, maybe using a sponge. I haven't decided yet, but that'll be a video. I also want to show kind of an accuracy comparison between different grain weights on this barrel, which is a 14.5 with a 1.7 twist, and also would like to show a comparison of the flash hider that you'll see in a minute, comparison of that to a standard A2 bird cage using your kind of typical rounds like M195 55 grain, the M855 62 grain, green tip, maybe some Wolf steel case 55 grain, and hopefully some AAC 77 or 75 grain, and I'll do that with the accuracy comparison too. But so that's kind of what's down the pipeline. Hopefully I can get those out sooner than later. But for this video, just wanted to run through my rifle build and talk about my cleaning kit, which I've got over here, and kind of how that came about. So this is a BCM enhanced lightweight upper, enhanced lightweight barrel, whatever they've got on there. I'll put all the info in the description for each of these parts. But this is a 14.5 pin and welded. Originally had a Surefire war comp on it, and bought the upper complete with the bolt carrier group and the standard charging handle, bolt carrier, the flat dark earth version. This gun has run flawlessly, so really this is kind of a boring video because this has been a flawless build. It runs good. Other than now that I have the silencer, it ejects kind of to the 1 or 2 o'clock, which may be another quick video I can show a comparison of on whatever buffer weight or spring combo I end up landing on in the future. So I'd like to do that sooner than later to get this thing ejecting properly. But bought the upper as is, threw it on top of a PSA Lower that I kind of put together myself. It's easy to do. There's some really good videos I found on it, and I literally did it sitting in my bedroom on top of a TV dinner tray for the most part. But this pretty standard. The only upgrades really are I've got this mag pull bad lever on here. I've got the ALG Defense Advanced Combat Trigger on there, and extended mag release button, and then I kind of added these, you know, like slightly extended on this other side, but they're just the pins to take the upper and lower apart. Nothing too special really. Got the Radian Raptor charging handle as well. Love this thing. Super easy to use, runs good, still looks flawless. And then right off the bat I put the ScalarWorks Peak iron sights on there. Did that from the get-go. Originally had a Arasaka flashlight on there, but now I've got the original Rein mounted on a Arasaka mount, and this is their clear anodized version, with the button that comes with it, the momentary constant on, and then the tail cap button as well. So got this on blim sale, so it was not the standard price, which is nice. And then later I threw on the Aimpoint Pro, which I did not have this originally. When I got the red dot, it was first a Trijicon MRO, and kind of just wanted an Aimpoint, so I changed it out. The MRO is nice though, and I have that on a ScalarWorks mount too. So originally also had a Magpul, a Daniel Defense grip, which is too small for my hand circumference wise, and then I had a Magpul buttstock. Now I've got both the BCM parts for those. And then I've got a T.Rex Sling on it, just standard black, and I think that's it. This little sleeve is something I made myself using a pair of pants, military issue pants that my stepbrother gave me, and I cut it to fit around this, and then just kind of used Velcro with super glue, and it's held up pretty nice. I did that just for fun, really, and then kind of to see how I like the camo before I decide to paint these rail covers. So I think I'm going to do it. We'll see how that goes. Again, I'm hopefully going to make a video on that, or at least kind of just a follow-up. But anyway, that's the rifle. This is the YHM T2 I've had now for about a year and a half. It's got several hundred rounds through it. Sounds great, runs great. The point of impact shift when I was going to go zero was super minimal. I pretty much run this suppressed only. Thought about, you know, doing the shorter mount, or maybe just kind of getting a threaded mount since I'm only going to run the suppressed, but I wanted to have the ability to take it off for travel purposes, and what I ended up going with was the micro flash hider from YHM. I just like the way it looks better. Probably doesn't do flash as well because it's shorter, but that's something I'm going to test soon. We'll get to see that hopefully, and pin and welded that, and with the 14.5, with this micro flash hider, running a rod down the barrel to the closed bolt. It is 16.25 inches, I believe, so it runs great. And so I kind of timed it so that one of these cage bars here was facing 6 o'clock. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, this originally had a Surefire war comp on it, and when I decided to get the suppressor and do this myself, I ended up dremeling the Surefire war comp off, dremeled it off myself, and I didn't go all the way down to the barrel or the threads. I just got really, really close and then kind of bent it with pliers until the metal broke. Did it very carefully, so I have since tested it. Accuracy stayed the same, everything, so it was very successful. But upon doing that, a bunch of steel dust got into the barrel, and I was silly and didn't go and clean it after I did that. Shot it like the same week, basically, after getting this pin and welded, and got a casing stuck immediately on the first round. And I was actually showing this to my dad at the time and wanted him to experience shooting with the suppressor, and then couldn't because I didn't have a way to get the casing out when we were in the woods at a range, so at a private range. And so that reminded me that I should keep cleaning supplies on me, or at least a ramrod or something similar. And so what I ended up coming up with after kind of watching a Dirty Civilian video where they mention having a cleaning kit, and then obviously having my issue I had, I came up with this. This is the thing that worked for me. Instead of a Magpul bag or whatever, I keep this in my pack that usually stays in the car, and pretty much anytime I travel with my rifle, I have that pack with me, whether it's my car or someone else's. So this is always going with the rifle, unless of course I'm at home. I've got my own cleaning stuff at the house. But this is a user manual case for a tractor or a mower or some kind of heavy machinery that was laying around at a shop that someone let me have. And what I've got in it is a couple cleaning rods that you thread together for pushing down the barrel. When you put these two together and take the suppressor off of my gun, at least it goes all the way down to the breech face, so that works perfect. I've got an additional one in here I could maybe throw on too, which currently has a shotgun barrel cleaning brush, but this actually works very well with cleaning the bolt face, getting down there and cleaning out where the bolt, connects to the barrel, the breech face in there, and that does a good job. Especially shooting suppressed, you get a lot of grime in there, so this helps out a lot. So those are the 3 rods. Also got some lubricant that's kind of, leak-proofed in here. Got that. It's mostly empty. I had all this, let me caveat with, I had all this stuff laying around. I didn't go and buy a bunch of cleaning stuff, which that was my first size. Crap, now I got to get a bunch of cleaning stuff to make this kit. I actually had all this laying around. This is almost empty, but for the purposes of this, it's not like I'm pulling this out all the time. If I need to refill this after a range day, if I happen to use it, I've got my extra. But for on the go, you know, this has, it's at least a quarter full. That's for this rifle, and my situation, which if I got in a situation is unrealistic anyway, so that's plenty for my purposes. And then I've also got in here a couple brushes, another shotgun barrel cleaning, which is something, a long gun I bring along every now and then. And then I've got a couple brushes for the 5.56, one for the 9mm, and I think that's all that's in there. And then a couple other items are this multi-tool that holds bits and turns into kind of a T-handle for torque, you know. I need to add some more bits in there, get a couple different things, like some Torx heads that will fit this, which I do have, so I need to throw those in there now that I'm thinking about it. But there's that, and then the other thing is another way to pull a casing out of the gun. This is a paint can opener. And so there's a couple of videos I've seen people mention this. You basically, with, you know, lock the bolt back, and you can get in there and grab the rim of the casing and rip it out. So another thing that I've kept in that kit. But that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask. I'm going to put all the info for all these parts, minus the cleaning kit stuff. I'll put that in the description. And hopefully we'll record some videos soon. So thanks. Let me know if you have any requests. I'll see about how I can get to do those, but I'm kind of limited. So anyway, thanks.